Okay, so I hope this works. Is it working? Okay, so finally live with it. I honestly don't know if the audio is working or if anything's working at this point. All I hear is da-da-da-da-da. But anyway, let's just begin the video here. So I think it's probably gonna be lagging quite a lot, to be honest. I don't know if my laptop can actually handle this, but here we are. This is the web browser version or the desktop version, because I don't know if the mobile is available just yet. But anyway, this is the opening screen. We can see quite a bit of scenery going on here. There isn't the background imagery is a little lacking in it. The polygon count is low, but that being said, let's just jump right into it, right? So let's click the start button and loading data. I'm excited for this. So loading. We've been waiting so long. This is an early access, of course. Oh, you can also enter full screen at the bottom left right here. So the LBK closed alpha, 90% loaded up. I hope I don't have to enter in any sort of wallet information because I feel like I already have, but loading. I don't know if anybody else has already played it just yet, but don't spoil it. I mean, you can say in the comments what you guys think, but don't spoil it for me because I'm just so excited. And here we are. Okay, this is pretty cool. Like, yes, there is obviously, of course, texture and everything will need to be updated and improved vastly, but honestly, it's pretty interesting so far. Let's try some of our moves. It looks like we have a fireball type of move with a cooldown of about 1 second or so. 3 looks to be an ice ball, and 4 is our mount. Question is, can we ride this one? So it looks like we have stay, follow, defend, reset, attack. But I'm not quite sure how to pick what we wanted to do. So it looks like pressing 4 over again. Okay, so one for those who are unaware, if you press 4, you can summon your mount. Pressing 3 on the keypad, obviously WASD is to move around. Looks like space is to jump. The mouse is naturally to look. For those who haven't played MMOs before, I'm assuming M is map. Nope, no map. I wonder what MO is. Does anybody know what MO is? If anybody in the chat could let me know. But regardless, so far it looks pretty okay. Hitting escape just escapes the full screen. I was hoping it took us to the menu. Oh, here it is, settings. Okay, so here are the controls for like myself. Okay, so just sprint. You hold shift, left shift, dodge roll is Z. So for combat, action bar slot M not. Is that just one? This key is not okay, so it's not available. Everything else goes as follows. Combos. So to do combos in this game is R and T, and to block is M I. I feel like it's probably not available right now. So these are likely placeholders. So we don't have this first action, and we don't have combos. Do we have combos? I don't think we have those either. Shapeshift. This is an interesting one. I'm not quite sure what that'll entail, but those aren't accessible. Toggle combat. Also accessible. Action ability. So character panel. Okay, so let's look at the character panel as well as the inventory and some other things here really quickly. Interact is E, by the way. The skill book, we don't have any question on none of those. And the camera, pets follow. Here. We can't make the pets follow. So while we can pull up our mount, we can't necessarily have it do anything. At least Not as far as I can tell, unless you guys know how to assign these to some sort of keys. But with that being said, let's jump back into the game. So enter full screen. So M may have just been to regularly hack. So if you left click on it, you can use your axe, which is always nice. Oh, so then if you right click, it looks like holding it is your guard option, which is really cool to see. So every second you hold your guard, at the bottom right, you can see your what looks to be your stamina getting exhausted. Weapon templates. So fighter. Okay, so we it looks like we all start off with the basic fighter option. So using the great axe, fighters slay their enemies with brute force and raw power, as well as being resistant to attacks, which is really interesting. So let's go to our talents. So here is our skill tree essentially. Where do we start? So here we are at our first ability. So it is cleave, which we kind of can notice from the fact we're using an axe in the first place. But it has a 1 second cooldown, can hit up to 1 unit and deal 5 damage. 5 damage isn't too bad. 100% of the weapon's damage is added, meaning however much damage a weapon does plus the 5. And 1% of extra damage is dealt for each missing percent of health. So that means if we're like about to die, that is a massive, massive increase in damage. So having low health might be better for a fighter. Now, of course, these are some of the other slots, which we haven't unlocked yet. We'll figure those out as we go along. Of course, I should not hit escape because that just takes us out. So let's get out of that. Let's see what some of the other functions. Our character functions, some of the armor. Now, of course, when we have our own knights available on the game, that's going to be a different thing entirely, right? We'll have all those things available to us. So general, we can see CC power, resistance cooldown. None of these things we actually have available to us at the moment, which is fine. Not a big issue in itself. Just looking back at character once more, there's a third option here. Critters, human, undead. It looks like how many you've killed. So some factions or some sort of achievements here. Stats, and of course equipment. Now let's keep moving forward. So weapon templates we already checked out. Inventory. So it looks like we start off with health potions, which is always nice, as well as a pickaxe. Stat changes if equipped, so we lose 8 health if we equip this. I assume this is probably to go mining. Then checking out everything else. Inventory, equipment, so to interact is E. I wish I kind of set it beside, but opening our spell books, this will at least tell us something that we have. So Fireball, here it is. So Fireball costs 1% of the maximum energy, 0.8 seconds to cast, can be casted while moving, and it takes 1.35 seconds to cool down. So the damage is interesting. That's 15 damage with 100% of the weapon's damage is added. So way more than our cleave, by the way. Then over here is Frostbolt. So for the next 4 seconds, movement speed is reduced by 75%. Is that the same applied? 50% chance to apply burning on the target. Deal 4 damage every 1 second for 5 seconds. And of course, the Wolf Pet. So cost 8% of the maximum energy and summon 1 Wolf Pet for 600. So that's everything there. What else do we want to see? Enchanting. Not quite sure what enchant is. We don't have anything here for it. The quest socketing. I assume this is to add accessories onto your armor. And quest journal. So we don't have any quests for the moment. Our own stats we can't quite see just yet. And the last one is options, which we've already had a look at. Okay, so that covers everything that we wanted to see. So with that being said, let's go jump into the game itself. And we're back in. Our pet is here with us. So the overworld looks pretty nice, actually, considering how much time they have had. There's also the fact it's an early access alpha launch on this. It's not bad by any means. So now let's head towards the only fighter on the screen. I wonder if we can hit him. We can interact with E, but we can't hurt him. So let's interact with him and talk and see what's going on. So it says, hey, no time to lose. Go pick a weapon. I can say either where or goodbye. Let's go with where. Right after the bridge. Okay. So the interaction screen is interesting. It doesn't exactly have any outlines of any sort. So it's just I do like the shimmering effect of the water. If you can see that, that looks really nice. And here is the bridge, which also looks actually very nice. So nice on that front. I wonder if we can we go swimming? So we're gonna see if we can go into the water here. I don't know why they really needed a bridge, to be honest. It's very, very shallow water, but okay. So he said we could pick up a weapon after the bridge. So let's see what else is there. I wish there was a map function. I'm surprised there isn't, to be honest. Okay, so oh, here it is. So we can pick up a novice bow. Nice, nice. Can we pick up anything else? A novice staff as well as a novice axe. Okay, now things are going to change up a little bit. So let's equip. So let's equip the bow first. Now let's attack around and see. That's not exactly how you use a bow. So I'm not quite certain if you can use the bow. Oh, there we go. So it looks like the first hit of the bow is a punch, and then the second hit is the arrow. Not bad, fairly interesting on that front. Let's check what other items we have. We've already checked out. Oh, we can check out the pickaxe, and here it is, the novice staff. So it gives us attack speed 2 and damage 5 to 11. So just quickly attach that. So we can see here. So combos. It looks like we're able to cast an ice spell, but I'm wondering if we can cast the fire part of it too. There isn't anything here indicating that we can cast the fire is the thing. If anybody knows how to cast the fire, because otherwise it looks like it's a slow range, slow range, short range, fire component, and long range ice component. So now let's go back and check the rest of our items. We do have, is this the same axe? I believe it's the same axe. So a hovering mechanic could use a bit of work. But okay, actually I'm going to keep this staff for now. So there is some sort of glowing thingy going on over there. Oops. Where are we? There we go. Standing on it. Let's see if we can interact. Can't interact. I'm glad our wolf comes with us though. But there's no interactions that can be done. There's an alchemy table, meaning we're probably going to be able to craft things. So we're going to need 5 some sort of flour to craft. Oh, I think something hovered. There we go. A yellow flower. So it does not smell good, but seems useful. Okay, so we're going to need 5 bad smelling flowers to craft 1 energy potion. It recovers 25 energy. Then you can recover health, stamina, and energy. So those are the 3 you can recover, which is right here. So we're not in need of those just yet. So let's talk to the crafter over here. So, oh, here we are. Available quests. Probably one of them will involve the flower, to be honest. I can't imagine anything else, right? So get hides. Kill beasts and get their hides. Obtain 3 hide. Reward 5 LCG. Oh, that's the in-game currency. It's the tradable currency we would get for Luna Classic, which is so exciting to get, by the way. So then let's do that. Okay, so first accept. Now we're going to accept a whole bunch of different quests here just to see what each of them can do. So we also have gather blue flowers. So find and gather blue flowers, obtain 3 blue flowers, and of course you get more LCG. Now, of course, as mentioned earlier, this is the in-game currency that will be able to be traded for Luna Classic once the game launches. So let's accept that quest and mine copper. Nice. So they provide us a pickaxe. We already have it. So we're going to go mining for this one. Find and mine copper nodes, obtain 3 copper ores. So let's go ahead and accept that one as well. So we have 3 quests. I think if you hit, so now when you're looking over here at our quest journal, yep, they're all here. Good to see, good to see. Still wish we could open up the map here, but we can't just yet. So let's walk around, see what we can find here. Also, keep in mind, like the frame rate's actually not bad on the game. I don't know what the resolution is per se, or scaling, or any of the texture quality, but it's actually not bad. So we have some dummy targets here. We can check out how much damage. Yeah, there we go. We can enter combat. So the fire component does 25. The ice component only does 3, which is super interesting to see. But the staff, like the good part about the ice component is that you can fight from a long range. So combine that with some distance rolls. If you press Z, I believe. Yeah, there we go. If you press Z, you can roll around. So roll ice, roll ice. Let's also really quickly just check out what some of the other weapons can do in terms of damage. So especially the bow, that's what I'm most curious about. Is it not hitting it? Okay, so it does about 8. So if it looks like you hit a critical spot, it does 45 damage, otherwise 18. I don't like the fact that, I mean, is there any way to just immediately shoot the arrow? Because over here, if you can see, I first punch and then shoot. Punch, shoot. Not exactly ideal if we're supposed to be an archer here, right? But let's switch over. Well, we are going to go mining, so let's switch over to the pickaxe, or the pickaxe, and then let's find where we can go mine and do our first quest. Oh, over here, I believe it's a blue flower. Yep, that's one of them. So the interaction takes about 2 seconds, which is absolutely fine. Like that's not exactly the longest thing in the world. Now we were wanting to pick up, I think, how many? I think we needed 3 or so. So gather blue flowers. So we have 1 so far, and we have 2 of the yellow smelly flowers, which isn't fun. What's this? Nothing. Okay, there we go. The camera could be a bit smoother. I'm wondering if that's just my laptop here. But no, it looks like there's considerable lag, especially coming into more of the open world. As we start to see some more of the other enemies or whatever, they look to be boars. They're a little far away. The draw distance is actually kind of nice. You can see quite far out into the game here. The sky, there's cloud textures that are also moving along, which is nice to see. It's not just still frame images. So let's go into the wild zone. We also have a hunter here, so he'll probably tell us another quest or two. Kill wolves. I feel like this is going to be pretty tough to do, to be honest. So our first major quest, kill wolves. Now we want to kill 10 wolves, walk down the forest, and help us kill the wolves. So what do we get in return? We can get LCG, of course. We get 25 something. It doesn't quite show us. And 50 EXP. You can pick either Gem of Health, Gem of Energy, or Gem of Stamina. So these go into the socket components we were talking about earlier, which will increase our stamina, health, or energy. It's nice that they give us the option for it very early in the first year. That was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I'm not going to lie to you guys. All right, so we got some hide as well as some blood. Out of combat, take all. Nice. Now, we took almost 30 damage on a single deer, so this is going to be a very, very tough hunt. Let's summon our wolf friend here and hope he can help us out. Okay, so the wolf is doing a bit more. Let's... Nice. I do wish there was a better way to aim at, like some sort of way to target aim. But let's pick up, take all. See, like, making sure you're exactly in range of it is the... And even then, you gotta... Also, oh, that's... Also, I don't think using Z is the best... I know some people say Z. I don't think using Z is the best way to roll. Only because, like, if you're running with WASD... So here's running. Z isn't the easiest. Like if it was cute, that would probably be a little bit easier. If you could just change it to whatever you'd like, that would probably be nice. So just those a couple things, yeah. Just these minor things that, of course, I'm sure they'll work out as it comes along. Okay, so I wonder how much more we need to level up. So we have blood as a resource. We got quite a few resources, some hide, more flowers. Still don't have enough of the blue flower, but let's check out what weapon templates is showing us. Did we level up? It is highlighting or